What is going on, my friends, and welcome back into another video on the channel. Well, ADA Cardano has absolutely exploded this morning, seeing climbs of all the way up 7 to 10% at one point, while the rest of the market has been pretty substantially red. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about the possibility of this happening. I said, is it here? Is ADA Cardano finally ready to make a move? ADA Cardano price prediction. And in that video, I talked about the fact that momentum seemed to be changing. We were still back down here. And I said, it seems like momentum's changing. Just a few weeks ago, I posted a video saying the chains are breaking, in which all of these indicators were seemingly turning bullish. And whenever we compared what we're seeing here to what we saw back here, it was too similar to ignore. And since then, we can see that the price has absolutely blown up since then. Now, I know blown up might be a bit of an overstatement in terms of thinking about a 10% gain, but a 10% gain for ADA Cardano with what we've seen recently is a pretty significant amount, right? So in that video, though, I said there was two things that needed to happen in order for us to confirm that this is the bullish reversal that we're looking for. The first one was going to be the clearing of this downward sloping trend line, this level of resistance that created the top side of this wedge. I said, if we're able to clear that, that will be the first big sign that we are making a move back towards 250, 260, 275. I said the second thing that we need to see from there, though, is that we work our way back up to our swing high to swing low Fibonacci resistance at the 0.786 Fibonacci level, which is represented by a price of $2.32. I said I want to get a 4-hour close above that level, because until we do so, we're likely going to continue to see retracements back down to support levels. And as you can see, we never got that 4-hour close above 232, and it retraced exactly like we said it would. Every single time that we failed it, we bounced. We failed it and we bounced, and it looks as if we had to come back down to try to find some support to get us back above that level. We have not done that yet, and so this is still the goal. I know it's exciting and I know it looks amazing, but don't forget, there are many times where we will see these big bounces that don't equate to us seeing the move to the upside just yet. We need to get back above this 786 level for us to clear this massive level of resistance in order for us to see the move that we all want to. And again, the first step is clearing this level here. Now, it's no surprise to me, though, that we were unable to clear it on the first attempt. The reason being is, one, the 786 level is a key level for retracement, meaning there is a strong chance that when we touch it, that we're going to bounce off of it. It happens all the time. Even if we come look back at this move that we saw back here, just for example, when we go swing high down to the swing low in which we created, look at this. We saw the big wick up, we saw resistance, we got forced back down, saw resistance, forced back down, and once we broke it, we were gone for the races. And I expect that we are making a very similar move here. Now, not only that, not only is that going to serve as resistance, but we also had the resistance from this W bottom. So this W bottom here had a price target of the distance of the top to the bottom. And what we can do is make that a little bit shorter. That's how long it was. And what we can do is apply that distance to the breakout. What you see happens when we apply that to the breakout is that it met its price target. Now, what happens whenever a pattern gets its price target met, there is typically a retracement due to traders pulling their profits. That's where their stop losses, that's where their sell orders go in, and we see a bit of a liquidation there. That happens all the time. So the fact that we are seeing a pullback right now does not mean that we aren't going into the bull run for ADA Cardano, but it definitely says that we are not there just yet. So what I'm looking for right now is, again, we need to get back above $2.32 and find that 4-hour close above that level. Now, in order to do so, it may take a bit of a retracement down to some key levels of support. So let's talk about 3 key levels of support that you need to watch out for that definitely can provide us with the foundation to get back above $2.32. Alternatively, if we fall below these 3 levels of support, this definitely could be considered another fake out, and we are just going to resort back to our key levels down towards $2 and $1.90. So these 3 levels of support are going to be first and foremost at the 0.618 Fibonacci level at $2.21. We're going to go ahead and let's just draw a line there, $2.21. The next level is going to be at our downward sloping trend line. As this was such a strong level of resistance, once we clear it, there is no surprise that we could come back down to reestablish it as support. That is your typical RS flip, resistance to support flip. And we want to see that we are able to hold above that level if we do come back down to retest it. Now, the final level of support is going to actually be the same level that we needed to break out of originally, and that was going to be the midline resistance provided by our W pattern. When we break out of these W patterns, there is oftentimes that we come back down to retest this midline resistance, flip that as support, and continue upwards. It's similar to the trend line and the thought that when something is resistance, we want to flip it to support. And so if we were to come back down, we may look at a fall all the way back towards $2.14 before finding some support and continuing upwards. So you need to keep a close eye on if we are able to at minimum hold $2.22, $2.14, and at very bare minimum at least hold this trend line as support. And if we're able to do so, I would not be surprised in the slightest if at that point we were to work our way back up, get that 4-hour close above this key level, and then look to start to see some very, very explosive moves. Now, we cannot also ignore the fact that that would put us in inverse head and shoulders territory, but of course we will go over that when the time does come. So overall right now, this thing does look normal, it looks healthy, and it looks very necessary. But we need to see that support is able to be established and eventually get this 4-hour close above $2.32. Until we're able to do that, don't get your hopes up too high just yet. But with that being said, of course, I will update you all as soon as something big does happen. I actually did talk about this in the Patreon earlier today, so they expected this fall here. So if you want early access and early information, do not hesitate to go down to the link in the description and go check out the Patreon and let me know what you think. But with that being said, I will see you all very soon in the next video. Y'all have an absolutely amazing day. Peace.